For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fiber website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 19 of the Oviedo Career Mode series here on FIFA 17. We start with the second leg against Villarreal in the quarterfinals of the Coppa Del Rey, of course, after winning the first leg by a single goal to nil. So very hopeful that we can make it through to the semi-finals of the Coppa Del Rey this season, although Villarreal are an extremely good side and they will be at home, so it's all to play for. And then we've got Lugo in the second game, a side that we lost to earlier on in the month of January, so perhaps hoping to get a little bit of revenge on them as well. We've still got a large amount of money in the wage budget to consider signing some of these players on pre-contracts. A number of scout reports are either back or kind of almost complete, so we'll have a quick look through here the shortlist. I'll start that again. John Cervantes isn't available on a pre-contract, but certainly a goalkeeper we could consider looking at, although of course we are training our youth goalkeepers right now, so it's not a main priority for me. Milinkovic-Savic, he's 6'8". So if I can bring him in at some point in the not too distant future, I'd be willing to do that and then sell on one of my youth goalkeepers. You can't really turn down a cheap 19-year-old 6'8" goalkeeper that you could potentially train to be a world-class player, can you really? Kiko Femenia is a player that we would consider thinking about what we brought up in the last couple of episodes about maybe moving the young right-back Eddie Lewis to centre-back and then bringing in a wing-back instead rather than looking for an extra centre-back. So Femenia's contract is expiring in 6 months' time, so I am going to approach him on a pre-contract and see if we can't tempt him into signing for us next season, meaning that we would most certainly improve in the wing-back area, which has been an issue this season. We have been conceding a lot of goals from wide areas because my wing-backs haven't been good enough. Said Belkalem looks average, and at 28 years of age, I'm going to end the scouting and remove him from the shortlist. Fernando Tobio, I'm still waiting to see what his overall stats are, but it looks like he could be a genuine player that we could look to sign. Waiting to see what his wages are, although to be fair, I think if I just approached to sign him, it would give me a rough idea. He's on £17,500 a week. I will wait until we have a full scout report back on him, though, because if those technicals is quite low in those parameters, then I might be put off slightly. Retsos looks like he could be a great youth prospect for the future, obviously too young to be approached right now on a pre-contract. Same with Cesar Montes and Diego Gonzalez, but we have 3 young centre-backs there that could genuinely be targets next season. David Garcia, also an option for us from Osasuna. Still waiting for his full scout report to come back. At left back, I'm quite happy with the way things are. Obviously, Varela is really good for me, so I'm looking to keep him, and then I might look to loan someone else in, but I doubt it. Jefferson Lerma is a player, obviously, that I'm interested in buying, but don't have the funds for right now. Similarly with Derlis Gonzalez, looks like he could be a great player. He's on a lot of wages, though, at £24,500. Definitely out of my price range right now, but again, depending on how we do this season, depending what our finances look like in Season 2, a genuine option. Still waiting for some form of scout report back on Leonardo da Silva Lopez from Peterborough. Jason looks like he could be very good as well. Not sure what his value is going to be, though. I think he's going to be out of my price range, but again, good option for next season, thanks to your guys' suggestions. Moses Ajer, again, another youngster that I'm probably going to lean away from now that we have better options. Pablo Fornals, very interested in signing him at 20 years of age and 78 rated, but again, don't have the finances right now. Rodolfo Pizarro is also an option. Looks pretty decent. Contract is expiring in 6 months, so I can't approach him because he's only 22. But he is a player we could look at next season and maybe pick up on a cheaper deal. Alejandro Pozuelo, he looks great actually with the good short passing, good ball control and dribbling. Would probably suit my style of play quite well, but he's again, out of my price range. That's been the issue with a number of your guys' suggestions so far, is that most of them have been too expensive for me to afford right now. There was multiple comments saying sign Santi Cazorla on a pre-contract. He's on £140,000 a week. How on earth did you expect me to be able to sign someone like him? There was mentions of David Villa and Iker Casillas as well, but they're just out of my price range, I'm afraid. I cannot physically afford to buy them. David Villa might actually be an option, and I'll look into him because I think his wages are quite low in-game. Obviously, in real life, they'll be quite high. But Aliko Bala, I'm leaning away from him now. Although I'll leave him there for the time being. We could train him, but I've got so many players to start training and not many training slots, so it might get to the point where we just have to turn down options like this because I just can't dedicate the time to training them up to become the player that they have the potential to be. Ivan Alejo, again, another player. I'm actually going to remove him. He was decent against me, but not high enough rated. And Matteo Cicciaretti is interesting. I'm waiting to see what his full scout report comes back as because he's available on a pre-contract as well. He's 5'7", 4-star, 4-star, and his wages are not that expensive at all. So I'm waiting to see what happens there, and if I can bring him in for next season, I will do, because he looks like he could be pretty damned decent. Valentin Eseric, out of my price range, but another tasty player by the looks of things. Adama Traore, so fast, but again, out of my price range. But these are all great options for the future that we can look to kind of monitor the progress of and see how they grow over the upcoming few seasons. Rodrigo de Paul just joined Udinese from Valencia, so we can't sign him this season anyway. Rodri, I'm going to lean away from now. He's available on a pre-contract, but I just don't quite think he's good enough for what I'm looking for. Bruno Miranda is a youngster that we could maybe look to train, but again, can I dedicate the time to or the space to train someone that is only 63 rated? I'm not sure. I prefer someone like Raul Ruidiaz, who is again out of my price range, but a player that I would be interested in signing. He is also 5'7", but 4-star, 4-star, power free kick and long shot taker, which is good news, even though long shots are only 70. Lautaro Martinez looks like he could be okay. Still waiting for a full scout report back on him. Kalulu looks like a player that I am genuinely interested in Kalulu, but he's obviously on loan currently at Stade Rennais, so we'd have to wait until next season. He's only 5'5", so if he could play at cam maybe, which it says he can't, but if he could play at cam, I could utilise him there, and then him being a little bit smaller doesn't necessarily matter that much. Alex Alegria, I'm actually going to cancel my interest in. A player that slow just doesn't fit my playstyle, unfortunately. Nano is a weird one. I don't know whether I'd be interested in him or not. He looks like he's got decent physicals, but he looks quite poor on the ball, with his dribbling being very low and his ball control not that high. And at 21, I could probably sign someone that's 18 or 19 that's just as good. So, although that's kind of splitting hairs, isn't it? 21 is still very young, but that's the scenario I find myself in at present. Again, I will continue to add names to that list as per your suggestions in the comment section. I think every name on that list has come from the comment section, so thank you for your input so far and your support on the series. We'll start this away game now against Villarreal and hope that we can just get any sort of draw, and then we'll be through to the semi-finals. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content, and well, here goes nothing. Castillejo hope forward there into Trigueros. Good tackle by David Fernandez. Work it into the middle. They're playing a 4-4-2 here, Villarreal. So it's the same formation that they played in the last game, which was difficult to play against. And again, they're starting a full-strength side, so they are taking the Coppa Del Rey seriously this year. They just weren't quite good enough in the first leg. And if I can slot through Jonathan Pereira here, which we've done well, and then turn inside the defender, he could. I'm trying to shoot. Oh, I should perhaps pass that on once I broke past the defender. There's the first chance of the game. Quite comfortable for Sergio Asenjo, but positive signs. We played the first leg against Real Sociedad in the previous round in the snow, and it was a very, very difficult game to play in. Now it's the second leg that's being played in the snow. Will it be just as taxing a game? We'll find out. That was a poor pass from David Rossa, and Bruno could shoot here. He's decided to lay it off there to Manu Trigueros. I'm trying to close him down. I can't. Oh, wow. Well, there's their equaliser on aggregate, and they've gone 1-0 up after 10 minutes. Could he have hit that any harder there, Manu Trigueros? I tried to close him down, but couldn't switch player quickly enough, and he has thumped that into the back of the net. Slightly disappointed in the keeper, although we'll have a look at the replay to see whether he was unsighted at all. No, he wasn't. It was just the sheer power on the shot that beat him. 1-0 Villarreal on the night, 1-1 on aggregate. An away goal now would very much come in handy. Tackled the defender though. Here's Jonathan Pereira. Looks to finesse that home, and Sergio Asenjo forced into a save. It was an awkward save. It was an awkward shot as well, to be fair. Just kind of scooping it with his left foot. Not the best of technique, but it very nearly worked. Get that throw in there to John Reese. He's left-footed, but we'll try and cross it on his right. We can't do anything. Is that going to go up for a throw or a goal kick? It's going to do neither, and they'll work it away. Get that to Michu. Turn and hit it early. Michu trying to force the ball home with as much power as Manu Trigueros. Only thing is, Sergio Asenjo is a little bit better than my goalkeeper. Free header here for Rocha. Straight at the keeper. He scored a header similar to that earlier on in the season that was absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, this time, a higher rated goalkeeper wasn't to be caught out by it. Tackle on Sansone. Reese wins it back. Rocha with a turn. Jonathan Pereira's there. Can we go for a 1-2 maybe with Michu? Drop the shoulder. I can't do anything with Michu right now. Defender right with me. That's nice. And Pereira around the corner here to Susayete. He's wet the angle nicely. This surely has to be 1-0. No, Asenjo with a great save with his feet. Oh, I should have buried that. And that would have left them needing 2. Because, of course, the away goal would count double. That's such frustration. If we can score once here, then they will need to score 3 times on the night to go through an aggregate. Otherwise, we'll go through an away goal. So getting that away goal is absolutely crucial. And I'm not really going to work a better opportunity, I don't think, in this first half than that clear-cut one there with Susayeta. And Pereira just doesn't have the strength to hold off the defender. And again, Villarreal will come away with it. Hon in there to Rocha. We are having a really dominant spell in the game right now. Jonathan Pereira can't get the shots off there. But I'll try and pull this back with Pereira. Michu's buried it. There is the away goal that we've been searching for. And of course, it was Michu that scored it. Good work by Pereira. Kept going when the ball got away from him. Drills that back into the box. And Michu just sweeps that home. It was quite close to the keeper, actually. But again, perhaps it was the power on the shot that stopped the keeper from being able to react in time. 1-1 on the night. 2-1 on aggregate. Villarreal now need to score 3 to ensure that they go through. That might just have won us the tie. Out wide here to Soriano. Dinked in early. And Sansone with the header. Defender underneath it misjudged the flight. Sansone very nearly scored again for them there, but thankfully misplaced his header. 7 minutes to go till half time. And we're still level on the night. Free kick for Villarreal. Nicolas Sansone to take it. That's dangerous and needed saving. Alfonso Herrero's done well there. That was destined for that top corner. And Bakambu could have gotten on the end of that, but it seemed to just give up on it. It might well have been out of his reach, but he didn't really try his hardest to do anything there to get on the end of that cross, did he? And he could have given them the lead again on the night, although they would still need one more. This has been a very entertaining first half. Plenty of action going on, but so far only the 2 goals. 1 apiece, which still leaves us ahead on aggregate. To Rocha. Looking for Michu. Oh, that's a brilliant turn. Michu, look for the far corner. Finds only the stand, not the back of the net. It's going to be 1-1 at half-time, but there have been so many chances in this game at both ends already. Missed the tackle on Bakambu, and he's through. Finish and a half. A chance from nothing. Just a ball into Bakambu, a quick turn, a smart finish. Villarreal win 2-1, or lead, sorry, 2-1 on the night. Drawing 2-2 on aggregate, but that away goal is now coming very much in handy. We are still in the front seat for going through to the semi-finals. If we can just hold on to this scoreline as it is right now, then the away goal rule will work in our favour, as it did in the round of 32 against Athletic Bilbao. Could even maybe consider scoring another one. Pereira's done well there, and he's in the box. Pereira with the finish. We've immediately gone up the other end. They need another 2 now, Villarreal. That was so lucky, though, breaking past 2 tackles. I tried to play the ball through and then broke the tackle, held the man off, and he's just squeezed that home. So it's 2-2 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate, and they now need to score 4 total on the night to go through because, again, of course, the away goals rule will come into effect if they score just the 1 more. Castillejo played in round the corner. Turns inside. Where's he going? In there to Sansone. Fouled. Penalty. Oh, come on. This game has been mad. Don't give him a card, ref. Good. Right, penalty for Villarreal with still 20 minutes to go. I just mistimed my tackle slightly. Clipped his heels and down he went. This game is mad. Cedric Bakambu. He's going to go right, I think. Yeah, he went left. 3-3 on aggregate. 3-2 on the night. Again, relying on that away goals rule. What a game. There to Susayeta. In the corner to Fernandez. Michu's got a bit of space there. I'll actually go back out wide here to Fernandez. And then I want to cut back and give that to Susayeta, which we've done well. Good footwork from him. I'll switch it. If anything, it's a case of perhaps wasting some time here in the final few moments, as well as looking for that extra goal. Fran Vial was just come on and finishes the tie off. They're not going to score another 2 in the remaining 5 minutes. It's 3-3 on the night. 4-3 on aggregate to us now with 3 away goals. Fran Vial was come off the bench and instantly made the impact we were looking for him to make. Into the side netting with a finessed effort. That is almost certainly now us through to the semi-final to the Coppa Del Rey. Switch that out wide there to Salbajon. I mean, again, I'm finding myself thinking, do I try and score or do I just waste time? Michu, well held by Asenjo. There's only 2 minutes added on. How is there only 2 minutes added on? There's been 6 goals And the referee's like, yeah, now 2 minutes is fine. Oh, we barely even played the 2 minutes as well. There's the final whistle. We are through to the semi-finals of the competition. Now, who will we potentially be facing? That was another extremely entertaining game. Betis face Sporting Gijón in the other quarter-final played today. Valencia lose 3-1 to Deportivo La Coruña. That's interesting. And Sevilla win 5-1 over Las Palmas. So Sevilla would probably be the favourites for the competition right now, although it depends what happens with Betis. And I don't know whether those second legs have been played, although to be fair, Deportivo have got a decent advantage and Sevilla aren't going to completely fall off and away from a 5-1 lead, are they? A great £60,000 prize money added to the transfer budget for next season. Superb. Well, the Coppa Del Rey isn't exactly the money-spinning competition we hoped it would be, is it? I don't know what's happened to teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid, though, in that competition. Let's have a quick look, shall we? I didn't actually look in the previous thing. They didn't even make it to the round of 16. What? How did Real Madrid and Barcelona both knocked out of the competition before the round of 16? That's very peculiar. Can I have a look at... Let's have a look at fixtures. That's so strange. Quarterfinals, round of 16, round of 32. Real Madrid drew 1-1 with Betis, and Betis must have gone through either on away goals. Where's the second leg? Yeah, Betis won 2-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu. And where's Barcelona? Barcelona lost 1-0 at home to Valencia in the second leg after losing 2-1 away from home at the Mestalla. So Barcelona and Real Madrid both knocked out at the round of 32 stage in that competition. That is a real turn up for the books. We've got a great opportunity now to try and win a cup competition here in Spain in our first season, despite the fact we're still only in the Segunda Liga. Final report is back on Derlis Gonzalez, and he does look very good. I will most certainly be looking to sign him next season. Esirik, I think, is going to be out my price range even next season, but maybe the season after that we could consider buying him. I'll leave them on the shortlist. But up next is a game against the side that beat us not that long ago in Lugo, who are actually down in 20th. So I'd very much like to get payback against them if I can. The lead at the top of the table is 4 points. Goal difference is like twice as good as anyone else in the league. So it's got to be a win, hasn't it? Just give that straight to Fran Villalba. Time very much. Touch across here to Lovrencic. Let's utilise that 88 pace that we know he's got. And I'm going to try... Oh, that's a foul, surely. Thank you. Penalty given. Was going to pull that back to the man on the edge of the box, but Manu stuck a foot in, took him down, and Lovrencic wins us a pen. No card given by the referee. It was quite clearly a penalty, though. You can see me turn inside there, and then he just sticks a leg across. One of the most clear-cut penalties you'll see given. Toche steps up, and buries it. 1-0 Oviedo after 13 minutes. That's more than we did in the entire 90 against Lugo last time. Vico. Oh, that's a nice ball into Campillo. Oh, why would he play that pass at that time? That was such a mistake. That was a really good opportunity for Lugo, that, and they've wasted it. They get that into Villalba, who's turned well to get away from the defender. Got people around me in support. Quite keep the momentum going there, but we have still got the ball. Toche through there to Nando, who's playing on the left-hand side of midfield despite being a right mid. He's in the box here, Nando, and the shot is blocked by his teammate, and then Miguel will get it away. I was actually clean through just after, or just before even, I committed to playing that fake shot. Nando will get this to Villalba, who's got space. Fran Villalba to make it 2. No, blocked by Carlos Hernandez. It'll be a corner. We can still make it 2 before half-time. Whipped in. Underneath it is Lovrencic. That's a good header, but Rosbach makes a good save. Be a corner from the other side this time around. Fran Villalba to whip in again. It's a good delivery. Underneath it is Jorge. No, he's not. Toche will win this, hopefully, and he has done. Villalba loft it into the box. Who's going to commit to that? The defender, more so than anyone else. Nando with some space here, though. Nando lets fly. Comfortable save for Rosbach again. 3 minutes added on at the end of the first half, but looks like we're going to be going in at the break in front. I'm not sure which way to go here. He's spun brilliantly. He's played in Nando, who's held off the defender. We'll get it here to Vila, who misses by about that much. Really not far away at all there, Vila, from extending our lead. We've been much better against Lugo this time around. I just haven't been as prolific in front of goal as I might have liked to have been. And the longer it remains 1-0, the more nervous I'm getting that they might actually get themselves something out of this. But we keep putting in tackles as they waste their time in the defensive third. And it's really costing them here. I just hope to finally be able to make that pay by grabbing a goal. But Villalba can't get past the defender again. Oh, come on, Ches. Score a second goal, will you? Selu into Damia. Out there to Campillo, who skipped away from Eddie Lewis, but thankfully Jorge's there to make the challenge. But Manu's picked up on the loose ball. He's turned inside, pulled it back to Heselu, who scored a cracker in the first game against us. Oh, and very nearly did the same again. He's pleased with that save, Herrero, as am I. Good save at the near post to poke it around the corner. And, oh, Heselu's brought that down. He's such a difficult player to play against, but Figueroa will dink this to ensure that it reaches Villalba. Counter-attacking opportunity, and I could play Toche in here. If he'd have let that run, might have been able to get a little bit further away from the defenders, but Manu will close me down. We'll get it out here to Nando. Nando will drill that looking for Villalba, but Miguel is in the way. It's ball into Sergio Hill, and they've equalised. I knew the longer it stayed at 1-0 that there was always going to be the risk that they'd get a goal back. Oh, that's really annoying. They've worked it well, though. There's plenty of space out there, and then nobody picked him up in the middle. He's just swept it home. So good finish. Oh, I don't know whether they deserve that or not, Lugo. They have played well in spells, but I've definitely dominated the game. It's just been my lack of clinical ability in front of goal that means that we haven't been able to extend the lead. And as such, that lead has now disappeared. 10 minutes to go, 1-1. There's the final whistle. It's a 1-1 draw against Lugo. After all of the chances we had, after they scored, I couldn't create anything else. So it's a draw, 7 shots, 4 on target. They had more of the ball than me, but we still did enough with it to warrant winning that game. That's really frustrating. I'm disappointed in myself there because I wanted to get some payback on Lugo after they beat me in that last game. I'm really annoyed at myself for losing that one. Oh well, back to the transfer window we go, and we'll see what else can happen between now and the game. Ah, okay. How's that for scheduling? Amazing. Cheers, lads. Femenia declined the contract. He wants a bigger squad role. That's fine. I can offer him a bigger squad role. That's not a problem at all. You want important first or crucial first team player, you can have it, mate. It's going to be my starting right back when he comes in next season, if he accepts that contract, of course. But that scheduling, yeah, that's a thing. We've thankfully been able to avoid it for the majority of the past few weeks in real life with the variety of different series we've been doing. But it has reared its ugly head yet again, unfortunately. So we have a game against Sevilla on the 31st, and then a game against Nastic on the 1st. Right. Okay. Well, we'll leave it there for today. Oh, God. And we'll do what we can against Sevilla and Nastic in the next episode, as well as try and finalise some more pre-contracts. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.